Hello students and welcome back to Social Studies. This is your teacher Wafa and today is the last lesson of Unit 7, Feeling Fit. Get your workbooks ready and let's get started. So we're continuing with Feeling Fit today, but it's not the student book, it's the workbook today. We have a lesson objective. The lesson objective is to read a paragraph, read a passage, discuss main idea and details. On page 88, you will see this beautiful picture of an elephant walking around with two other elephants. This is the adult elephant, and these two, remember what we call them? Offsprings. These are the offsprings walking around with the elephant. Maybe they're looking for food. Maybe they're just having a walk for fun. So let's read and discuss details about animals' movements and activities. So remember, guys, in the previous lesson, we said that we need to make choices, the healthy choices that keep us fit, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator is a good choice, healthy choice that keeps you fit, okay? And playing video games that has motion and you have to move all the time is a healthy choice that keeps you fit. Sitting all day on the couch, this is unfit. But now we will discuss the other creatures that share this planet with us. The animals. Do they need exercise and do they need, or we need to provide them with choices and with options to keep them fit? Let's read, discuss, and analyze. Now, do animals get enough exercise? Wild animals do. So what are wild animals? The animals living on their own in their environment without any human intervention. They're eating on their own, they look for their own food, they build their own habitats and defend themselves. Okay? And this is, remember, we took it in science. We have wild and we have captives, like we took in the flamingos. So wild, living on their own. They move a lot to look for food, okay? Because they're wild, they don't have human support to provide them with food. They need to move a lot to look for food. They run, swim, climb trees, okay, and walk far. What can you tell from these four words? Okay, and now we learned we have analytical skills now. We know how to analyze the text. When we say run, swim, running and swimming are not the same action for one animal, right? Animals can run, they cannot swim most of the time. So we're talking about all kind of animals: run like terrestrial, swim like aquatic, climb trees terrestrial, and walk far. So we're talking about both on land and in water animals. Okay, they both wild get enough exercise. Sometimes wild elephants walk more than 27 miles, 45 kilometers a day. You know what's 45 kilometers? It's almost like half an hour ride in your car. This is how much they walk. Imagine the distance. This is how much these animals walk. Sometimes animals in zoos don't get enough exercise because I told you they move because they need to look for food. They don't just go out for fitness. They need to find food. When someone providing the food, they don't have to move a lot. So what happens, besides they're living in small spaces, the zookeepers always feed them, right? Now, many zookeepers help animals get exercise. At many zoos, the zookeepers teach elephants to stretch and bend because are the kind of animals that you can teach. So they teach them to stretch and bend to maintain the strength of their muscles. The elephants walk and run. So the elephants walk and run. They lift a heavy ball with their trunk. 3 actions: walk, run, lift a heavy ball with their trunks. The zookeepers help big cats, lions, tigers. So lions and tigers are cats, are kind of big cats. What other big cats you have? You can Google and you can find many interesting answers and photos and images if you look for big cats. There are lions, there are the Bengal tigers. There's so many big cats. A zookeeper hides a bone in a tree. So why would a zookeeper hide the bone in the tree? Then the zookeeper teaches the big cats to climb and jump to get the bone because it's some kind of like simulating the life in the wild where they have to climb trees sometimes and get the bones to keep them fit, to keep them exercising. So this is an indirect way of exercising because you cannot ask a tiger to go to the gym, right? So what we do, we get the bone, put it in the tree, ask the tiger, and the tiger will go get it, okay? Big cats can also play with toys to stretch their muscles. Just like small cats, when you give them this ball at home and they keep on rolling around it and playing with it, it's good because it's some kind of exercise for these small cats or big cats. Sometimes pets don't get enough exercise. Now, remember, guys, how we moved? So we started with the wild, okay, and then we started with the captives at the zoo, and now we're talking about the pets. So the wild, who live on their own in their original habitat without any human intervention. The captives are the ones that live in the zoo and get the food by human. And the pets are the ones who live at home and they are safe to stay at home, okay? Don't get enough exercise. Yes, sometimes we have lazy cats lying around. Dogs need to run outside. Cats need balls to hit with their paws. Birds need to flap their wings. Again, so we talked about cats, dogs, and birds. So dogs, what do they need? They need to run outside. That's why you always see people in the street walking around with their leash with them, walking their dogs because dogs love and need to run. Cats need balls to hit with their paws. Everyone knows how much cats love the paws. And birds need to flap their wings, so it's annoying for the bird to put it in the cage. And that's why as soon as you open the small gate in the cage, the bird is gonna fly away. It's important for pets to get enough exercise. So please keep that in mind. All students who have pets at home, they need to exercise as well. Pet owners need to play with their pets. Remember, you need to play yourself and play with your pet if you have one. Exercise helps keep animals fit and healthy, just like what it does to human. It does to an animal. Okay, it's gonna keep you animals fit and healthy. Now let's move on to the question on the next page, page 89. Okay, so number 17, you need to read, check true, T for true, and F for false. Let's get started. Wild animals get enough exercise. Well, this is true. Okay, again, guys, this is a reminder. You need to go back to your book and get your text evidence just like we do in the classroom. Big cats pick up balls with their trunks. Who has trunks? Elephants have trunks, so it's false. Animals in zoos always get enough exercise. No, we said no, and because they don't have enough space and they don't have to run after their food, so this is false. Elephants in the wild walk a lot. This is true. We said up to 45 kilometers. Exercise helps keep pets healthy. True, just like it does to human. So we have a table here, number 18. It says read and write. Complete the chart. The chart, it has a name. The name is animals and exercise. So we have here, do animals get enough exercise? We're discussing three kinds of animals: wild, zoo animals, the captives, and the pets. Okay, just like we said in the paragraph, three kinds of animals. And then here's asking us, do they get enough exercise? We're gonna say if it's sometimes, yes, okay? This is how we're gonna answer. And how do animals get exercise? So the first one, wild animals, do they get enough exercise? We said yes, they get enough exercise. They move a lot to look for food. They run, swim, remember, climb trees, and walk for food. Okay, walk far. So we have three options. We said they're going to swim, climb trees, and walk far. Number two, the zoo animals. It says, well, it's answered by itself. It says sometimes. Let's read. Zookeepers help animal get exercise. They teach elephants to bend and stretch, or stretch and bend, and lift a heavy ball. They teach big cats to climb and jump to get bones. So they teach the big cats to climb and jump to get the bones. Big cats play with toys. Again, they teach animals to stretch and bend. Go back, guys, to text evidence. Don't forget. And now the last row we have the pets. And again, pets like in number two, pets sometimes. Pet owners need to play with their pets. Remember, guys, who have the pets. Dogs need to run outside. Cats need to play with balls. Birds need to flap their wings from time to time. So pet owners need to play more with their pets. And dogs need to run outside. Cats need to play with balls. And birds need to flap their wings. Number 19, read and write. Some question may be very similar to number 18, but it's a practice for writing, guys. This is good for you. Number 1 says, why do wild animals get enough exercise? We said because they have to move a lot to look for food. Go back to text and get the text the way it is. How can zookeepers help elephants get enough exercise? By teaching them how to stretch, bend, and lift heavy balls with their trunks. Number 3, how can pet owners help their pet get enough exercise? Well, we said pet owners need to play more with their pets, need to take the dogs for a walk, give their cats a ball, open the cage for some birds to fly from time to time. Okay, that was it today for the lesson and for unit 7. I dropped you guys. I will drop you a worksheet today in the class dojo. You will need to answer some grammar and describe some actions if they are fit or no, fit decision, fit choice or no. Guys, that was it for today. See you next time. Stay safe, stay home, wash your hands, all the love. Bye bye.